My name is Viral Shah and welcome back to my channel Render Rebels.
Now our scene is loaded here. We are going to delete some stuff here. We are going to model some stuff. So let's start in Unreal Engine now. So we are first going to go to our player start and delete this here. We are going to instance foliage actor and delete this also. We are going to delete our exponential height fog, our post process volume also. We are going to delete our sun and sky also. And we are going to have this floor and sine camera actor here. Now we are going to go to our window here and we are going to add our environment light mixer. So let's just add our skylight, our atmosphere light, our sky atmosphere, volumetric cloud and height fog. And now I'm going to enable our volumetric fog here. Now if you are new to Unreal Engine or you don't know how you can navigate or create materials and all that stuff, how you can create camera, you can check out my beginner series to Unreal Engine and you will get all the idea to follow along this video here. Now we are going to import our mesh here, but before doing that, let's just create some folders here. So we are going to click on all our lighting here. We are going to right click and we are going to move to our folder and let's just create a new folder here. Let's just rename it by pressing F2 and we are going to name it to lighting here. Okay, now we are going to just move all these elements upwards in our scene here. Okay, now we are going to import our Datasmith assets which we have created. For that, we are going to create some folders here. So let's just go to content. Let's just right click. Let's just have our new folder. Okay, and let's just name it to perfume base. Now let's just create some new folders by pressing Ctrl+N, Datasmith. Okay, let's just create one more for materials. Let's just open that and create one more for textures. Okay, let's just go back here. Then we will create certain new folders as we move along. So we are going to go to our create icon and we are going to go to Datasmith and we are going to do a file import here. So let's just import our file one by one here. So we are going to go to our product visualization and we are going to open our first prop. We are going to put it in our perfume viz and Datasmith. We are going to have our geometry. Don't want to import materials and textures. You can just deselect this, but I'm going to import it with materials and textures. I want that default material. In light map, by default, this will be turned on for backlighting. We are not going to use backlighting here. We are going to use path tracing and lumen here. So we are going to disable this. So don't forget to disable this option of generate light map UVs. And if you are having animations and cameras or lights, you can turn this on. But I'm going to do all this stuff in Unreal Engine. So let's just click on import. And now you can see we are having it here. We are going to just click it here and we are going to just move it upwards here. But before doing that, let's just save our scene here. Let's just import all the stuff and then we will save our scene. So let's just go here. We are going to go to Datasmith. We are going to do a file import and we are going to open our prop 2 also. We are going to go to Datasmith and we are going to click OK and again import. And you can see we have got this also. And now we are going to import our perfume here. So we are again going to go to Datasmith, file import, perfume. And I have already applied some VRAM materials to this. So it is going to have that VRAM materials from our 3ds Max applied to this. If I turn on this materials and textures here, so you will see we are having some materials also. So it has gone down. So let's just move it upwards here. But for before that, we will just save our Unreal Engine. So let's just press Ctrl+Shift+S here. Now you can see my gizmo is not available here. If I am pressing W, E or R, it is doing here, but it is not seen on our viewport. So I'm going to restart Unreal Engine because this is a bug which I am facing in Unreal Engine 5.4. So just let me restart my engine and get back to you. Now I have restarted my engine and as you can see, we are having this gizmos now. So let's just move our perfume first and you can see our camera speed is way too fast because our objects are really small. So we are going to decrease it by going forward and pressing that scroll button backwards. So we can basically reduce our camera speed. So you can see upwards here, it's reducing. I am holding right click and just scrolling in and scrolling out. So let's just do something like this and this is looking nice here. Okay, now let's just increase the speed somewhat. Okay, now let's just move it upwards here. and this is having the snap on, so it's a really good thing. So let's just move this also upwards, something like this, and then we are going to align it properly. But let's just first take it all upwards on our floor here. Okay, and now you can see we are having this materials also which are applied by default of V-Ray. We are going to change each and every materials here. So let's just scroll outwards and let's just do one thing here, guys. We are going to do some simple composition here, so we can see what we are going to do here. I am having reference open on my second monitor here, so I am going to look at that and do similar composition into my scene also. So it's really important to have some references open if you want some really good compositions and materials and all that stuff, lighting also. So let me do that also, and you can see the process here. So I am going to turn off this grid snapping here, and I am going to move this here. Okay, I am going to move this downwards because I don't want to see this. Okay, something like this. I am going to move my perfume bottle somewhere around here, close to my pillar. And I'm going to move this window frame here. I'm going to add a spear here, like 1-2 spears, which can have some really good depth of field. So just let's go to our modeling here. You can switch to modeling mode now, and you can have your spear here. Now, as you can see, the spear is really big. So I am going to resize it. So let's just resize it to 0.3 here. And let's just go to 0.1. This is looking good. And let's just move it somewhere around here. Okay. And I am going to do something like this here. I'm going to take a copy here. And I'm going to press again 0.05. Okay. This is looking nice. Let's scroll in here. And we are going to create a camera here. Let's just create a cine camera actor, cine camera actor. Sorry, I am always calling it cine camera. Just bear with me. It's cine camera actor according to me, but you in general it is called cine camera actor. Okay, cine in terms of cinema. So let's just create this. Let's just switch to our cine camera actor. And if you want, you can also turn on this basically in each and every viewport you can see and just adjust the settings here. But I'm going to work in one camera only, in one viewport only. Then I will switch to 2 viewports when I'm going to do lighting and the final rendering stuff. So we are going to switch it to film here. We are going to go for a sensor width and height of 13.5 by 24. Now we are going to increase our focal length here. So we are going to scroll downwards. Let's just go around 34 here. Okay, now let's just do something like this. Let's just zoom out. Okay, I'm going to decrease the speed here, or you can just scroll outwards and just decrease the speed. I'm just doing a composition here, a basic composition, so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to do something like this in my frame here. Okay. So let's do something like this here. Now I'm going to focus my perfume bottle here. So I am going to go to my focus settings. I'm going to click on tracking and I am going to track my perfume bottle here. And now you can see we are getting this really good depth of field because of the space in the depth. Okay. Now we are going to just give our aperture of 1.8. And we are getting this thing here. Let's just take this somewhat upwards, something like this. Okay, and this is looking nice here. And now if I want, I can also adjust my rotation here. So I am going to scroll upwards and I am going to just do the rotation here of 0. So I am just seeing the camera straight here. And now I'm going to move it upwards, something like this. Now I'm going to add several boxes in the back, in the side, so we can do somewhat a studio lighting setup. So it's going to look really good now. So let's just click on this first and let's just make sure that we are on the ground. So let's just do something like this. Now we are going to go out of our camera mode here. And let's just make sure that our perfume bottle is also not inside. So let's just select our perfume bottle here. and we are going to move it here. So let's just switch from lit to lighting only so we can see. But as you can see, we are getting this thing because it's a glass material. So let's just switch to lit only, and we are going to do something like this here. Okay, so this is looking nice. Now we are going to add several boxes here to block the lighting. So let's just create some box. So let's just go to our again modeling toolkit, and we are going to add the box here. Okay, now I am going to press accept here. I am going to press R, and I'm going to resize it. I'm going to turn on the snap of resize also. So we are getting something like this here. Now let's just switch on to two views here so we can work smoothly by looking at our camera. So we are going to click here. We are going to go to layouts, and we are going to do a 2-pane layout system. We are going to go to selection mode here, and I'm going to switch this to perspective, or let's just switch this to camera actor so we can see what we are doing, and let's just work here. Okay, so let's just scroll here, and we are going to just resize this. I am doing as per my reference here. Okay, don't worry about this. If you are worried about UVs, we can fix it easily in our modeling toolkit menu. So I'm doing something like this here. As per my reference, I'm going to block out this also somewhere around here. So I'm going to rotate it by holding Alt, and I'm going to take a copy here, and I'm going to keep it somewhere around here to block the light here also. And if you want, you can snap it also, or you can take it inwards also, something like this. And as you can see, we are getting something like this, and we are going to resize this also to here. So I am doing something like this. I want to block the light which is coming from the side also. So I'm going to take this copy also. We are going to use a HDRI system, so we can get some really good lighting here. And for that, we are going to create a custom HDRI in Photoshop, and then we are going to import it in our HDRI backdrop here. So this is looking good here. And I think this is looking nice as per our camera composition also. If you want, you can add one spear also here to give it some depth. So let's just try that also. And I am going to show you each and every step from start to finish, guys, so you can know each and everything that I am doing here. So let's just take this here also, spear. So you can see this is looking like this. Let's just take it here close to our camera and somewhere around here maybe. Okay, so we can do a out of focus here. So our focus is here only composition wise. So let's just go outward here. Real time is off, so let's just turn on the real time on, and this is looking nice here. So our focus is now on this, and we are getting some depth of field here because our objects are in depth here. As you can see, the distance is really good here, and for that we are getting that depth of field effect. So that's it for this video. In next video, we are going to create materials and lighting for this scene. And in last video, we are going to cover part tracing and lumen settings and our post-process volume to get the final result. And then we are going to import it to Photoshop and give our final touches there. So if you like my video, please support my channel by subscribing to it. Please like this video if you are finding it useful, and share it with your friends who wants to learn Unreal Engine. See you guys. Bye bye.